Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. I wanted to come out tonight and take a look at the 5 wide receiver set offense because a lot of you guys were asking for like a NASCAR package. And I really just really like the way this looks. So I want to break that down. And I want to jump into the defensive side of the ball and just kind of take a look at kind of like our future defense as far as just if these players work out, if everybody ends up sticking together. So stick around, check it out. I really appreciate you guys coming out. If you are new to the channel, please do think about subscribing. I'm like 30 subs away from hitting 3K, and that shit would mean the world to me. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But we're not going to waste too much time, man. We're going to go ahead and jump into this. This 5 wide receiver set, the Raiders will come out and they'll get into an empty backfield set. But it'll usually be one of the running backs motioning out, and then it's a real fast pass from Carr, just in like short yardage situations, just to get everybody spread out. I would love, like absolutely love, to see the Raiders put the personnel on the field to where we come out in just a true 5 wide receiver set. I think Carr would be able to exploit teams with this setup right here. And just the speed between Ruggs, Brown, and Renfrow being on one side, and then the power of Edwards and Snead. Dude, somebody would be open every damn time. And with how fast Carr's decision making is, we'd be able to just really just whip that ball and just keep marching down the field and then give it to Josh Jacobs and Drake in the end just to kind of punch it into the house for us. I think it would help a lot with our red zone woes. I don't know. I really like the way this looks. And I know some people are going to give me some shit about this, and they're going to be like, there was a 5 wide receiver set, you know damn well Waller's going to be on the field. Like, I get that, man, but I wanted to put together a 5 wide receiver set, but I did separate him. I was thinking who I would pull, if I would pull Snead or Renfrow, and honestly, in this situation, I would probably end up pulling Renfrow, as much as that sucks, and I'm probably going to catch some shit for that. I would just, if you're going to go into that, I'm looking at it more as like a red zone package at that point, and I'd rather have like the bigger dudes, the stronger dudes out on the field, not in like a 3rd and Renfrow situation. So let me drop him down real quick. Come here, Waller. And still, I mean, even with that, dude, you're looking damn strong. We have way more depth on this team than we've had in the past probably 10 to 15 years, to be honest with you. And you'll see it when we get to the defensive side of the ball, too. And it's just crazy to me that, I don't know. I know the offensive line is flipped, and I know that freed up a bunch of money, and I understand that, and I was super happy. And this is the result of us blowing up that offensive line, man. I'm telling you, this younger, faster offensive line, it's going to work wonders underneath Tom Cable. We have more weapons on the outside with way better depth. This offense is going to go off this season. I am telling you that right now. And even in a setup like this, I'm not going to lie to you, if you want to have Mariota come in, if one of those tackles ends up doing their job and pancaking somebody, Mariota's gone. Gone for at least 10 to 15, just scrambling for it every single time because everybody else is going to be so spread out. So I honestly, even in the red zone, wouldn't mind seeing like one of these packages, and then it's Mariota's turn to come in there, and Carr ends up taking a play off, and then he runs one play in the red zone on like 2nd and 5, just to see like what he could do if he could end up making that scramble, if he could make that quick pass. My personal opinion, I'd rather see Carr do it, but I want to see, like I said, I want to see Mariota get involved and keep rolling with it. So hit me up and let me know your thoughts on it. Tupac, what's going on, dude? I'm glad you can make it out. Al, what's happening? Jay, how are you doing? Oh, Ramirez, what's good, man? Pizza, what's going on? Raider Mac. Oh, McLeod, what's happening, dude? DC or Tasty, yes, dude. If DC can get out and spread the ball around to everyone, like everyone, and I really think you're going to see that happen this year, just because Edwards is going to have to step up. Ruggs is going to step up. If they don't, dude, I'm telling you, you have Brown, you have Snead behind them. If one of those dudes takes a little bit of a step back, we're not going to skip a beat. That's the depth that I'm talking about. And then they get up to speed, they start working back in, so be it. But if those two come out right off the rip and end up just locking down the starting 1 and 2 wide receiver positions, and then you have a dude like Brown in the back or Snead in the back, you still have Renfrow, right, dude? I'm telling you, dude, that's insane, dude. And then you still have Waller and Foster. That's crazy, dude. Cool, what's happening, dude? Dustin, how are you doing, man? Joey, what's going on? Carlos, what's happening, man? I was seeing that Kurt Warner's defense breakdown. Nick Mullen was getting beat. He was so confused on who to cover, giving up. Dude, I'm telling you, you can't put that shit on him. You have to put that shit on Gunther. Our entire defense before every snap was looking at each other, arguing with each other, trying to figure out what the hell they were supposed to do because no one actually knew because Gunther is a dipshit, like 100%. Aaron, what's going on, dude? Costas, how are you doing? Oh, man, Aaron just hanging out, dude. Gord, how are you doing, man? Mike, what's going on? The speed of Ruggs and Brown would open things up underneath for Waller, Edwards, Snead, and Wren. If they don't, respect the deep routes, then burn them, that's it. And as soon as they do start to cheat up, then you just launch that shit over their head. Because the first time they don't double team up on Ruggs, or they start dropping that safety in the box. And really, I honestly think like that's Gruden's whole damn plan. We just haven't had the personnel to do it. Where you just run the ball down their throat, You got your big offensive linemen. You got a fast offensive line now to where we can really start working that zone running scheme or zone blocking that work that running game. Dude, and as soon as they cheat up and start stacking that box, you just burn them. Like, you toast them on the outside. John Brown is fast as shit. I don't think people realize how fast he actually is. You line him up next to Ruggs on just 2 wide receivers just on one side, and you send them, and put one on a post and the other one streaking, everybody's dropping at that point. And a dude like Renfrow can exploit the middle. A dude like Waller is going to be wide open if he shoots the seam on something like, on a play like that. There's so many options, dude. And then if you don't, you just keep running the ball down my damn throat. Ready to tell you what's happening, dude. If it was a single high safety, I would cheat towards the Ruggs side. Too much speed there. They have to, man. They really have to. Cartwright, what's going on? Is this team going to be good, or are we just homers? John, I'm telling you right now, I talk this team up every year, but in the back of my mind, and I've said it like through a few shows, like, like this could happen or this could happen, and I hate to preach like the negative side of it, but this team, no shit, just based on the starters that we have, but not even that, just the depth pieces behind them. So many times with this team that we've seen in the past, like somebody would get hurt and we'd be bringing in something like a nobody, like a straight nobody. But now we're bringing in somebody that actually either one already knows this defense because they've been on the team or knows this team and like kind of what we're building at and can fill that role, or just somebody that's going to come in and just be like another true talent. It's not going to be like next man up mentality, even though the next man up completely blows at football. It's going to be next man up, and that next man up's going to actually be able to come in there and make a difference. That's going to be the big change that you see on this team this year, and it's going to win us some damn games, man. Facts, bro. Ruggs is coming, dude. I'm telling you. Brown and Ruggs, dude. Brown and Ruggs lined up on the field at the same time is going to open up the middle completely, and it's going to open up the run game for Josh and Drake to just go in there and just pound the shit out of the ball. If somebody like Littleton can't deal with Gunther's defensive scheme, don't expect a rookie newish player to excel with it. There's no chance. Costas, that's a beautiful point. Wiggly Sticks, what's happening, dude? Has Arnett been talked about? Will he still be on the team or cut soon? Wiggly, I talked about it yesterday, or actually 2 days ago, and then it kind of blew up over the past 24 hours. I really feel that Arnett, there's no problem with Arnett being your number 3 cornerback and just taking a year to kind of learn and be like that third guy that comes in for Mullen and comes in for Hayward just to kind of give them a break or spell them for a minute. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying the kid's going to be cut. The kid has a ton of talent. I really think he's one of our future cornerbacks on this team. But everybody's like, dude, he's going to get benched. It's not him getting benched, dude. It's him just taking time to fully heal up. Him taking a season to learn underneath a true veteran player who has excelled. And honestly, he has a shot at winning that job like after like 4 to 5 weeks. If Hayward starts to slip, Arnett's ass is coming back in. It's just a matter of giving this kid a chance to learn a little bit more, kind of erase everything Gunther taught him out of his brain and then reset it underneath Gus Bradley's system. Gus Bradley's system on paper is fucking beautiful. Like, it's going to work. It's definitely going to work. It's just a matter of having the personnel. And sometimes a guy that you really want to see start or a guy you really want to see play ends up getting benched or he ends up getting cut. I do not see Arnett getting cut off this team. I just see him playing our number 3 cornerback. And I know the number 3 is usually your slot guy, but I think our number 4 is going to be our slot guy, and Arnett's just going to kind of be that spell guy. And that's awesome for him, dude. That will truly help him throughout his career. And like I said, dude, if Hayward ends up screwing the pooch on it, then you have Arnett that can step right back in, and that's more the depth that we have, man. Team has definite potential. Only real games can show that. That's what I'm saying. Like, these dudes aren't even wearing pads yet. Any news on Isaiah Johnson? Last I heard, Isaiah Johnson's hurt. And it sucks that he's hurt again. And that's another thing with Arnett. Like, Arnett had 2 concussions last season. And I think he had very limited starts in the games that he did end up starting. Like 2 of those games, he got hurt within the first series of downs. So, it sucks. Isaiah Johnson is a big question mark right now. And I'm really hoping he makes this team because I really like him. But I just don't know if we'll be able to. Eric, we got mad depth. We got young depth. That's the thing. Young, talented depth. If these guys can step up and put it together, this team's going to be special. Arnett isn't going anywhere. Is not a reliable source of anything. The Raiders, no, he's not. That is very, very true. Ruggs going to ball out this year. I'm hoping, dude. He should have a shot. Isaiah Johnson, I heard he was injured. He is, dude. And it sucks. I think that injury might end up costing him his spot on this team if he cannot get into camp. Arnett can learn heaps from Hayward, like a shit ton, dude. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking a second-year player coming off a COVID year who was banged up with a broken hand, 2 concussions, consistently stayed injured, was playing underweight, to give that dude a season to get kind of back, or even a half season of just getting a camp in and then not starting, letting a veteran guy start, letting him learn from it, and then possibly winning that starting job. Or if somebody ends up going down, then you have him, and he's going to look a hell of a lot better than he did last year. I promise you that. Yeah, I was surprised Toofer was talking that BS about Arnett. Dude, it is what it is, man. These guys are out there just trying to make a buck. Probably to motivate him, to make it more professional. I could see that. Can't believe everything you hear in the media. You can't believe a damn thing you hear in the media, dude. Arnett could benefit from some time in the slot cornerback. Sometimes guys just click when they move inside. Can't hurt to take a look. Dude, Gus Bradley took a look, and he was pretty open about that Arnett was not going to be playing that slot spot. And I'm okay with that because I don't know. I know a lot of you guys are talking Hobbs. I've been talking Hobbs, been talking Gillespie. We got some options there. Just wants to raise controversy to get more eyeballs and readers. And yeah, that's it, dude. That's all it is. All right, let me go ahead and jump over to this defensive side of the ball real quick. All right, now, trust me, I know this will never be our starting defense. I just wanted to take a look at it, dude. It's like our defense of 2024. The oldest player on this defense right here is Yannick, dude, and he's 26. Everybody else is younger than that. And these, like the majority of these guys, you might not even see play this season except for special teams, but that is a ton of depth, dude. That is a ton of talented depth. I honestly had Diablo in where White is right now just because I wanted to see what it looked like, but I ended up pulling Diablo and sticking White back in. And just because I wanted to take a look at some of the new people that we brought in, I wanted to take a look at just some of the young talent that we have. Dude, I'm loving this, man. Like, truly loving this. Somebody goes down, at least you have somebody coming in behind them. Like, I would not mind seeing any of these guys getting worked into the rotation throughout the season at all. And there was players last year that I did not want to see hit the field a single damn time. One of them who's still on this fucking team, whose name is Nevin Lawson. Please, will you go? Like, please, for the love of God, just go. Nobody wants to see it anymore. But looking at this, dude, like I'm saying, like Hayward will be gone in the next year or two, and then Arnett will be fully ready to go. He'll have that season. He'll be able to mentor underneath a true vet. He's been working underneath a real defensive coordinator. The kid's going to be awesome at that point. Mullen's going to be a freaking superstar. My brother's convinced that Morrig is going to end up being one of the best safeties in the NFL, especially working underneath Gus Bradley. I truly hope that shit pans out, but I'm really hoping he can work wonders for Abram as well as Carl Joseph. So, I mean, if we can kind of get this whole safety room just like lights out, because a dude like Gillespie's going to end up showing his true talent. Hobbs, I'm really curious to see where he's going to end up finalizing his position, but I know that dude's going to end up sticking around. He's a true talent. I love that kid. So I just wanted to take a look at it, just kind of get your guys' thoughts on it, see if there's any of these young guys that you really just don't think are going to end up making this team. Kuntz, I haven't been hearing too much about, but I'm not too worried about. Diablo, I know you guys love him, dude, but there's something about him that just is still kind of a question mark to me. And for as much as I'd like Kuntz, I still think he's an Arden Key type player. Like I've said that before, and I loved Arden Key, so I like Kuntz, but you could end up seeing the same results kind of pan out from that, which sucks. But I think there is a lot of young talent. I really do like the way that it looks, so let me know what you guys think about that. Any news on that? No, like that's what I'm saying, dude. Like Diablo, I do not know anything about yet. Arnett not going anywhere. It'll be Casey in the zone. Arnett will play the man-to-man. That would be, see, Dustin, I could see that too. I can see Mullen starting with Casey and Douglas and Arnett. We'll back them up. Rasul Douglas, he's one of the people, I'm putting the X through him as of right now. He might be able to earn his spot, but I really think he's going to end up getting beat out. If Yannick brings consistent pressure on the edge along with Max, then whoever is in the secondary will look a help. Yeah, dude. Instead of that quarterback, even like rookie, like bullshit quarterbacks, just having all the time in the world to sit back and be able to pick teams apart. I've seen it. We have all seen it. Like over the past couple of years, we go into a game like going against like Minshew or somebody like that, and I'd cut my video before the game and be, dude, I'm telling you, dude, we get pressure on him. There's no chance he's going to be able to do shit. We didn't get pressure at all. He'd sit back. They'd end up throwing for 300-400 yards and a few touchdowns. It's all because we never got pressure. I don't care if it's a college quarterback. If you don't put any pressure on him and he has elite weapons surrounding him, you're going to get torched eventually if you do not get to that man. I like this look. It's cool to see for the future, man. Carlos, I really do like it. Stumbling what's going on. Kurt Warner cut a mad video on why you get burned on the deep passes. Thoughts? I need to check out that full video. I checked out part of it while I was at work. I haven't watched the whole thing. I know he was, from what they were saying earlier, he was talking about Mullen. That's Guenther's system, dude. Gus Bradley's system is designed not really to get burnt that often. That's why you have that single high safety. You're trying not to let anybody behind you. If it works out and we have that speed and it goes the way I think it's going to, this defense is going to look a hell of a lot better, Stumbling. Kuntz is going to kill it. 300 snaps for Kuntz. Plus, shit, Dustin, if he pulls that shit off in his rookie season, I will not say another damn word about him except how much I love him. Cannot play Yannick and Crosby together except on third downs or obvious passing downs because they both have issues playing the run. That's where I want to see Farrell continue to be worked into all of this, man. Oh, Salvatore, what's going on, man? Appreciate it, man. PG gone, Gus in, equals wins. It does. It should. On paper, it should. If these guys can adjust to this system, and this is way more of a player-friendly system to where it's not, I'm Paul Guenther, you're going to do exactly this on every single down, and if you don't like it, I don't care because in my head, I think it works, but we clearly see for 32 games in a row that it completely sucks and nobody's going to change a damn thing. Is Muse going to make the roster? Yes, I do. I think Muse is going to end up making this roster. I think you're going to end up seeing him be like that special teams guy that we were all hoping he was going to be. But at the same time, if we do have like Kwiatkowski or like one of our linebackers ends up going down, instead of having Kyle Wilbur come onto the field, you're going to see Tanner Muse. That's a tremendous upgrade. That's another part of this depth that I'm talking about. And I'll tell you, dude, Muse looked fucking huge. Like he's put on a ton of size. I was happy as shit to see that. Do you see Gruden being versatile enough to open up an offense like that? Eric, what's happening, man? Like I said it when I started that video, like we go into that empty backfield, but it's usually when we motion a running back. I don't think Gruden would ever pull up. And Gruden, in my personal opinion, will never send out a true 5 wide receiver set. Like, he won't. It just is what it is. And it sucks, man, because something like that, Carr would exploit. Like, truly exploit. Barry, what's happening, dude? I'm glad you could make it out. Thank you, Barry, man. I appreciate you guys just coming out and hanging out with me while I just ramble on about football. We don't have a backup Sam. No, you're right. Mark Rader, you're right about that. Muse or the guy we signed from the Jets can be the backup Sam. Dude, that dude from the Jets, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping he makes it. I hope he makes it just because he is like a little bit, he has like that veteran leadership that he can bring to the team. But at the same time, I'd way rather see Muse and White beat him out. Like, I would love to see that. Just because I want to see these young kids like make the next step. Like, that dude from the Jets had his shot. He's blown it. He jumped from team to team. He's never really been like a true starter. We brought him on to kind of be like a depth piece, but I want to see our young kids win it, dude. What kind of coordinator is Bradley? Is he a strategist or more of a rah-rah kind of guy? Dude, from what I've seen on Gus Bradley, and like I'm not going to lie to you guys, like I started looking into Gus Bradley when he came to the Raiders. I didn't give 2 shits about him unless we were playing the Chargers before that. But I know he runs that that cover 3 single high safety. I know he does not like to blitz that often. He is not like a true blitzing defensive coordinator. He likes to keep his guys back. He likes to take away that underneath ball, which is huge when you're playing teams like Kansas City who just run those slants repeatedly in your face that we have been exploited on for the past few seasons underneath Guenther. I think that's going to end up being a big difference. But then when he actually does draw up his blitzes and his schemes, they honestly work just because they're not really expecting it, and he's bringing it from different angles instead of just having the same fucking dude blitz for you every single time. Blows my damn mind. But he will take a team, he will break it down, he will take their strengths away. Guenther, that was the thing, like Guenther would run the same exact defense. He did not care who we were playing. His defense was all powerful and it was going to work. I'm telling you right now, Gus Bradley is going to play this shit much like Gruden does, team by team, personnel by personnel, and it's going to be a hell of a lot better, man. It should work. It should work. Faxborough, I think Coates is going to be special, man. I'm hoping you're right, dude. But high energy too, not Bradley, not a screamer, but very optimistic and positive. That shit goes a long way, man. Did I miss something? No Abram. Dude, I was breaking down just the younger. I wanted to look at the depth that we have on this defense as far as just players being able to play different positions. A lot of the defenses I've been pumping out lately, I have Abram floating different spots, but I've had him in every one. I kind of wanted to highlight some of these other younger guys just so like when we see somebody get hurt, inevitably, you can kind of see who's going to be working in behind them, and it's huge, man. He has Gillespie at strong safety, could be, easily, dude. Just screwing around with it right now. It was so jaded because now how bad Gunther's defense was. It sucks. Dick, you're right. You're 100% right, dude. Not sold on Darren Lee till I see him on the field in the silver. I'm not sold on that dude at all. I don't see him making this roster, dude. True, a lot of the players, yes, dude. Fun fact, Gus Bradley's first name is really Paul. Don't jinx it, Tupac. Don't jinx that shit. All right, man. That's pretty much what I have for you guys tonight. Just wanted to come out for a quick one and just kind of break down each side of this and just kind of show you guys some different angles on it. I'm going to keep screwing around with it and kind of look into it. If there's any more news, I'll definitely be breaking it down. Like I said earlier, if you are new to the channel, please do think about subbing. Getting close to hitting that 3K. It would get me pumped up as shit. If you guys could click that like on your way out, it really does help me out. Until next time, guys, I'm Son Joku. Thank you all very much for coming out. You know how much I appreciate that. We will catch you guys on the next one.